Yeah, I'm with you. Well, it's just okay. So this is going to be. So I watched it. I looked at it that, and I'm like, yeah, she's right. Unfortunately, I wish she wasn't, but she's right. Um, but then, so like last Friday, my parents came over for. Um, sorry, I'm trying to think here. For just for the evening because they are like every couple of weeks they come down to get my stepdad's haircut and we do what do you call it? Pizza movie night. There we go. So it's a family. Well, it's a nice little family get together. I love it. It's something. It's a tradition with my family. Anyway, so my mom came and she started doing like she was. It just she just started doing a bunch of stuff around my house, and I'm at the gym, and I'm like, and she's texting me stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop, just stop. I'm like, because one of the big things is, so my stepdad and I left to go get the pizza, and then we came back, and she, as we're driving up, she's walking down the sidewalk with a trash bag in hand to throw the trash away. And I'm just like,
What's in there?
jeez. Well, it's not so much that what's in there. I kind of knew what was in there because my trash was pretty full. But my I, in my head, I'm like, oh no 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 no. I was waiting until we were done with the pizza to take the trash out.
Oh, oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
see
Yeah, so yeah, you know what? It's so funny listening to you talk because I'm like, would I be like this if I was a bachelor or a single guy? Like,
probably.
now, what's the proper term for a bachelor? Is a bachelor like pre-married and dating, or is a bachelor not at all connected to a woman?
I would say a bachelor is just someone who's not connected to a woman.
Okay, as in not married, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, it's pulling up all of these the TV show. I'm like, I don't want the stupid TV show.
right,
I hate the
it
TV
should
show.
be easier than asking what is a man.
Definition. Bachelor. Um, a man who is not and has never been married. Hmm. Okay, well, that's kind of
Okay, cool.
straightforward. I'm okay
You're
with
right. I
that.
like that. It's so straightforward. Let's see, person.
Ooh, I like that. According to Webster's dictionary, first definition is a young knight who follows the banner of another.
Oh,
I didn't realize that.
yeah, and then somehow I directly interpret that as awkward.
How?
Carries the banner of who? Of some man,
I
some
guess.
king.
I
Hello, your
guess.
highness. I'll carry your banner. I'll be your knight in shining armor.
Oh my
Give me your
gosh.
banner, please. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, because I'm an American, I'm going to make fun of this whole lovely bannerhood.
Oh, this is funny. So another name for a bachelor is generally an unmarried man.
Hmm.
But the secondary definition for unmarried man is a male animal, such as a fur seal, without a mate during breeding time.
What would you call that old male without a mate?
I don't know. I don't want to
Lunch
know.
meat or something? Like what?
Yeah, we'll
It's
go with
just
lunch meat.
barbecue,
Okay.
whale food.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay.
You can see the older ones aren't bachelors anymore. Yeah, get that whale. Go get him, honey. Go get him. Like cheering on the hunters.
Well, there is a movie that recently came out that was called The Whale, and it's oh my gosh, what's his name? Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser plays a morbidly obese man who is trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter. So one of those feel sad movies, not feel good, feel sad. Anyway, so we were talking about my mom. Quite a roundabout way.
It's definitely behind the paywall.
Oh gosh, yes.
Mom could
Sheesh.
never hear this conversation.
Uh, so
Speaking of, stepfather, no.
so like she sends me a message later, like I hope you don't mind too much when I do a few when I chip in to do a few chores. I like doing it. Gives me stuff to do while we're around, and I'm just like, I'm like, here's the thing, and the
Uh-oh.
reason why it really
Here's the
one of
deal, mother.
I'm just like, why don't the big thing? I haven't responded to that. I need to because I can't leave her hanging with that. It's
Yeah,
like
she had this big emotional reveal.
yeah. I'm like, I understand that. I do, and I appreciate what she does. But the problem is, I don't want her to do that stuff because, and this is what and the reason why it hit me a little bit later is because of what Brett Cooper was saying in that video. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what kind of man am I whose mother comes and does his chores?
But you know that's not what Brett is talking about.
I know that's
That
not what
is
she's
definitely
talking
not what she's
about.
talking about. What she's directly talking about is the kind of man that stays home so that the mother can do his chores, which is very different than you not locking your mother out of the house and saying,
I
um,
can't lock her out of my house. She has a key.
well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could. You could get an Amazon lock or something and say you're not allowed until I'm within
Speaking
distance.
of, well, I'll tell you another crazy
Uh,
story in a second.
okay, we'll have fun with that.
Go on, go on.
But I think that's very different, and I think there is some kind of consideration to allow your mother to do things for you, because a woman has this need. If you take some of that away, you kind of crush her womanhood.
That is a very fair point, and I
So
acknowledge your point.
I want you to crush that womanhood because what is a woman?
No such thing. A woman is a person who identifies as a woman.
What is a cat?
Uh, a cat is a demon. Okay, that's what a cat is. Cats are
Speaking of
demons.
demon, your honey behind you was so upset when you left the room. She's like, "This is our time together. I know you're supposed to be in this room from this point forward. When I see Phil, you're not supposed to get up." And she was like, had nerve, anxiety.
She does. She gets when things deviate from her perceived schedule, she gets so wrapped up and anxious over it that it's just sad. And I feel bad because I'm like sometimes you can't follow the normal schedule. So, yeah. So there's this other story about this guy in the UK who had a ring doorbell and a bunch of other Amazon devices.
Hmm.
And this delivery guy came up to his house and he rang the ring doorbell and interacted with the guy through the doorbell because you can do that. Very cool, right? Like generally speaking, a pretty cool piece of technology because there's a lot of safety and security in that type of a technology.
Hmm.
Well, the delivery driver thought the guy said a racial slur to him. So the
Hmm.
delivery driver reported that to Amazon. And what did Amazon do? They cut off all of his devices in his entire home.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
And I'm just like, are you kidding me? In my head, honestly, and the guy never said the slur or anything. It was just,
No,
it's
it's
one of those
actually
situ
an automatic, playback of "Have a good day."
Yeah, yeah, you're right. That's what, um it's stuff like that. And it's like that delivery driver is a guy who is looking for a problem, because if you hear
Mhm.
that type of stuff and you're the type of person who's looking for that type of stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm just like, how is this story not blowing up more than it did on the right? And at the same time, like, how is Amazon still able to continue all of the doing it? Like, all of that stuff? In my opinion, honestly, to me, that just completely and utterly turned me off of buying any sort of Amazon device.
It did for me too, actually, and I wasn't super excited about it before,
Yep.
but now it's like now I don't think I could look at an Amazon device without saying, um, just that,
Yep.
and on top of that, have you heard of, Louis, Rossmann?
No.
Okay, so he talked about it, and he's the guy that does I forget what it's called, the right to repair.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I
So
like that stuff.
yeah, yeah. So I'm a big fan of this guy, um, for a lot of reasons. Mostly because he looks white. So I'm assuming. No, I'm kidding. Uh, that was just dumb.
Oh, he's about my age.
Yeah, yeah. He might be a little bit older than you.
Might
He
be.
sure as hell looks right over. But
Yeah, he does. He's been a little.
he
He's no,
works hard.
he's young. He's almost a year younger than me.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
well, hardworking guy. But
Well,
after
yeah.
he did this, Amazon took away his Amazon affiliate.
Wow.
So he was a Amazon affiliate since 2016. Makes like $200 a month off of it, or so he says. And they just after this they cut him off.
Hmm.
And I which is great because it made me double think that not only are they happy to do terrible things to you without consideration,
Hmm.
but they're also happy to try to eliminate anybody that discusses it,
Yes. Yep.
which makes me twice as literal about even considering them in the first place for anything.
Well,
And it makes
and
me, as a developer, really motivated to help people develop shit that's going to compete against them.